everybody can see us. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's different. It's so frosty and blue everywhere. Why is that? It's because we're starting our playthrough of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Woo! Yes.
Yeah!
For those of you who do not know, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden is the latest published campaign from Wizards of the Coast. So we are going to be playing through this book, this beautiful book right here. You may also notice that I am listed in the credits of this book because I helped write this campaign. So I am extremely excited to be running Maidens and some new faces through this campaign. It's going to be a good time, a creepy time, a scary time, because this module is cruel and full of horror. It's going to be good. But I've talked enough. Let's go around and meet the cast of this awesome show. So, Nassim, why don't we start with you? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Nassim. Hi, friends. On the internet, I'm Nazgul, and if you don't know, somehow I'm also on the regular main campaign of the Venture Maidens, and I also do a stream over on the Roll20 app Twitch channel, the Burn Bright After Midnight show with Celeste as our GM over there as well, and some other fine folks.
She can't get away from me. And Joe, who are you? The man, the myth, the legend behind some awesome giveaways we've had on this channel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm Joe. I'm an ecologist in the Pacific Northwest, dropping around the woods. And I also make custom polyhedral dice. And you can find me on Twitter at RPG Dice, RPG_Dice, rather. And the website is RPG Dice. But yeah, giveaways and giveaways and giveaways.
Yes, so as you may guess, since he is here, we will be running many fun giveaways during this stream, and of course also the giveaways on our main show. So every Wednesday, tune into this channel for some hot giveaways. And Vincent, a new face on this channel. Hello, Vincent, who are you?
Hi, everyone. My name's Vincent. Happy to be joining the fray and tearing it up with you fine people this evening.
I'm so excited. Yes.
Me too. Oh.
And Katie, who are you, in case people don't know?
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm here on Wednesdays all the time now on the Venture Maidens. You can find me on Twitter, lazy_mermaiden, where there's links to my Etsy store, where I make jewelry with weapons, because that's the only jewelry I care about.
Yes.
And pins and stuff with D&D deities. And sometimes I draw things and put them on there. And sometimes I bake cookies and take pictures of my dog. But that's pretty much me.
Yes, and our final cast member, Sage, who are you?
What's up, everyone? Hi, I'm Sage. I am here quite often as well, playing your lovely dwarven cleric, barbarian, Kara, Brynhilda. But to this campaign, I will get to be someone else, and we'll find out who that is. I also run games here on the Venture Maidens Twitch channel. We just wrapped up Season 1 of The Rising Hunger, Season 2 coming in January. Spooker, darker, and scarier than before. And I also ran a Descent into Avernus as well with many of these fine folks here. And yeah, super stoked to be here.
Yes! Oh, thank you all so much for all the subscribes and the follows. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this is awesome for our session 0. Oh, I guess I should also say my name is Celeste Konowich, in case I didn't say that. I'm going to be your DM through this show, your DM on the alternating every Wednesday now. You can find me here DMing on the channel. Yes, well, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So session 0, which means that we're not actually going to be playing any of the content yet. Tonight we are going to be making our characters, finalizing our characters, talking a little bit about who we're going to be playing, and then maybe why we are in Icewind Dale, one of the most deadly and dangerous regions of all of Faerun. We're going to be working together to create our bonds, you know, why we all happen to be together on this journey. We're also going to pull some secrets. Secrets are a big mechanic of this game. There are some dark and deadly secrets that we will draw from the deck. And of course, at that point, we may have to individually take off headphones and, you know, figure things out that way. But I'm very excited just to get into it, to meet our adventurers. Before we start that, though, we do have a dice giveaway that we are going to be doing. Joe, do you have the dice to hold up for the people?
Oh, yes. An Adventure Maidens tradition.
Yeah, doing it. I didn't put the picture in
a beautiful glacier blue. They have this kind of silvery foil and very snowy, very icy, frigid.
Yes. So stick around. About halfway through the show, we are going to be announcing the keyword for that giveaway. And then, of course, you enter the keyword. And at the very end of the show, we will be pulling that name. So you got to stick around if you want to win a set of beautiful, sweet handmade dice. So that's the business. I'm really curious to hear who you all are going to be playing in this campaign. So once again, I have decided that we are going to start at 3rd level for this. Since this is going to be a 10-episode series, we are on sort of the fast track, I guess, of this module. So typically the first 3 levels, you are running around 10 towns doing like kind of the small time quests while you build up your reputation. So right off the bat, I'm going to assume that you're starting at level 3, which means that you have been in Icewind Dale for a while, probably helped some people out. You have experience in this region. So we're going to, just shoot it out from the cannon, and things are going to get real hot and heavy very quickly. So you have some experience under your belt. So does anybody want to start kind of with their character idea, who you're playing? Everybody shy?
Or...
Oops, there we go.
Everybody's shy.
You go. You're fun.
Okay.
You go.
Oh, new campaign. So polite.
So I will be playing a centaur, because centaurs are one of my favorite sort of species, and like I love them like mythologically. I've always think that they're really cool, but of course horses don't fare well in Icewind Dale. So instead of just being a regular old centaur, I'm like the top half is female she her, and the top half of her, like her humanoid portion, is of a furbolg, and her whole body is covered in this like very rich like chocolate brown fur, and she has very kind of floppy ears that are like the reindeer ears, and she's got big horns, and she's got sort of big yellow eyes, and she's got these sort of like long black locks that are braided back into this like mohawk, sort of like mohawk braid down her back, and she wears clothes that are all of like bright gem colors of like blues with like red trims and embroidery. Whoa. And she is a druid.
Wow.
She's going to be the new Circle of Stars, which I've been very, very excited to play. I think it's such a cool, such a flavorful subclass, and so she's definitely a natural, like she has grown up in Icewind Dale and as part of her like centaur, partially nomadic tribe.
Ooh, I'm curious. These centaur, are there other centaur in Icewind Dale? Do you like belong to a family that is here? Like, is your family really close during this campaign? Because Icewind Dale, it's not too big of a place. Here, let me hold up a map. I'm very excited. I got the Beatles and Grimm Silver Edition box, so I'm going to be holding up handouts, desperately trying to communicate how good they are via webcam. Oh, cool.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know, it's textured too. So like it's just one valley, really, honestly, that we can cover on this map. It's sort of comparable to if any of you have played Curse of Strahd, like the area of Barovia, like you can actually cross Icewind Dale in a matter of a couple weeks. Icewind Dale itself is seated like basically surrounded by impassable glaciers on almost all sides. The biggest of these being called the Reged Glacier, which has given names to the Reged tribes, which actually populate Icewind Dale. So it's this big, massive, like, fuck you wall between Icewind Dale and the rest of Faerun. So it is extremely small, isolated. So if you have family in the Dale, they're probably quite close to you.
Yeah, so they've definitely grown up in a very tight-knit sort of tribal community where they basically they don't have a an established settlement. They just kind of, much like reindeer, they follow sort of migration paths as the seasons kind of change in winter and climate changes. And yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. Do you have a name for her yet? We're still working on it.
Inga.
Yes.
Inga! Oh my
Inga.
gosh. All right. Cute. Extremely cute. Very cool. All right. Who else? Katie, you looked like you were ready to go. Who are you going to be playing, Katie?
Sure. I'm going to be playing Minerva Tinkerbobble. She is a very elderly human divination wizard.
Oh my god, yes.
With the archaeologist background. And she is just like 90 pounds soaking wet. She's got like that grandma constant perm hair. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Perfect.
Like the pin curl, like the waves.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my God,
of course.
yes.
But she keeps it all contained for the environment in like a little stocking, like Santa hat, basically, but in purple because it's cute. And she has like her big pearls that she wears on her like drooping earlobes, and she's got this pair of like goggles that she sports, but she got them specifically made to have like the cat eye glasses look.
Yes.
And everything she wears is from one grandchildren or another. So it kind of looks like all kind of thrown together, but like all like pretty cutesy for an elderly woman, because she picked none of it out herself. And she's just got like the whitest of white hair, the palest skin, and lavender eyes, which just get magnified by these fucking huge goggles. And she's cute. She's got her grandma purse, and she's living her best life. She's got like that like in shape, like hip grandma kind of walk. You know what I'm talking about?
Like tracksuit grandma.
Yeah, tracksuit grandma for sure on her off days.
I'm a cool grandma.
I'm a
it's
cool
fine.
grandma.
I'm not like a regular
I wear
grandma.
juicy pants.
Oh no.
No, grandma.
No, grandma. Ah!
While they say bootylicious.
She's got pink across the butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, so good.
Definitely wearing Uggs, but like industrial Uggs.
Industrial Uggs.
Non-industrial Uggs.
Oh boy, they're like
Go to
Doc
the
Martens / Uggs.
Like,
Oh.
and every night they come off and the bunions are real. But yeah, so she's there because she, back in her younger days, was a archaeologist with her husband Biddy, who was a gnome, which is how she got that dank ass last name, Tinkerbobble. And so they used to go out, and like she's like big artifact nerd, and they would go on these missions together. And since he was an artificer, he would like find ways to get through these caverns and like make little things to help them out. And since she's a divination wizard, she'd be like, oh no, not that way. And they would have a pretty successful operation getting through that. But unfortunately, one day he passed because he went on without her to surprise her with it, because, you know, happy marriage, happy wife, happy life. And he passed. So she mourned, went home to her 80 million grandchildren and children, because, you know, quadruplets run in the family.
Oh God.
Good Lord.
And she pretty much lived out her life. Didn't get above level 3, we'll say, you know, pretty chill. But she did have a vision one night while she was sleeping, of her own death coming in the near future. So she decided that she wanted to say goodbye to her family and then go back to Icewind Dale, where her husband died, so that when she passed, she could be close to him. So now she's like,
my feelings.
I know, don't cry, guys. So now she's just, you know, she doesn't like to just sit and do nothing with the last days of her life. So she's gone out, found a group to adventure with, and kick it old school, you know, like a cool lady.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I love her. I want to be Minerva when I grow up without the hundreds of grandchildren.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
God, Christmas expensive.
Every birthday ever.
Every freaking birthday. So Vincent, why don't we just keep going in this circle here? Do you want to share who you're playing?
Of course. I will be Veronica Carnell. She is a Hexblade Warlock bounty hunter.
Whoa.
changeling for the race because she's obsessed with having new hairstyles all the time. It'll be a new hairstyle every day because,
Why not?
why not? Yeah, that's the thing. She's traveled around doing jobs. She's kind of motherly and loves to kind of take care of everyone around her. And whenever you need her, just remember the jingle. No matter the bounty, how big or how small, Miss Veronica will get them all.
I love it.
Beautiful.
And I will say, being a bounty hunter in Icewind Dale is very lucrative because it is very hard to live in Icewind Dale. So the people who are attracted to living there, a lot of them come here for a reason, to get away from crimes they may have done elsewhere. So I feel like you have made a pretty lucrative living in Icewind Dale.
Everyone has to pay for something has to pay for my bougie lifestyle. I mean, come now.
Yes, exactly. Oh, very cool. And then Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah, I am going to be playing Gob Herkenstone. He's a North, part gnome, part dwarf, and I'm going to be a fighter, battle master, and.
Fuck yeah.
He's about
Bring it,
3.5 feet tall.
So scary.
Just
Love
all
it.
muscle. About middle aged, maybe about 60 years old, which is, nothing in gnome dwarf life.
Oh my god, you could ride on my back.
Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, he's got kind of a reddish brown cast to his hair, just a great big kind of bushy beard. And just wild and kind of crazy frizzy hair that he tries to tame in all sorts of different hairstyles. And
you and I will be friends then. We'll just do each other's hair like every night. Long rest, hairstyle change, go.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to update the overlay with these names, and I'm debating how to spell Norf. And GNORF.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, we'll work on it. What was your name? One more time, your first name.
Gob.
Gob.
GOBB.
How could I forget?
2 B's for a double dose of bruising. It's good.
Goodness. Oh no.
This fucking party. What is happening?
It's out of control, I'm telling you.
Out of control, everybody.
Is this what you thought for Icewind Dale spookiness?
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna have a serious stream. It's whatever.
Gasp. So spooky.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. Wow. Very cool. And what is Gob doing in Icewind Dale?
Well, he kind of set out on his own path. Spent some time living with his father. And the gnomes, a little too light and breezy for his tastes. And then spent some time with the dwarves and found that it wasn't quite to his liking either. He's a little bit of a shrimpo in comparison. So he actually got rid of his family name, took the name Herkenstone, which is dwarvish for big rock. And
no.
Yeah, he's set out to kind of make a name for himself, maybe long term start his own clan, and see where it goes.
Good luck to Gob. Great. And Nassim, who are you going to be playing?
I am playing Xena Orendi, who is a Kalishtar
Cool.
cleric. And physically, she is one of 5 sisters, and she's the middle. She's the 3rd child, and the ages of her siblings range vastly from like nearing 50 and then like an 11-year-old. So we were all traveling together for a long time, trying to connect with our dream spirit. Sorry, hold.
How do you spell Xena for the overlay? With an X or with the traditional spelling?
With an X.
Warrior
Sorry,
princess,
that's my
yeah.
fault. With an X, yeah. And then Orendi was Orrendi.
Okay. I'm not even trying with the last names. You all will send these to me later, but I am magically updating the overlay.
Got it. Yeah, she was traveling around very nomadically with her sisters. They were trying to connect with their dream spirits, the quarry, I think is how you say it.
Yep.
And one day throughout her travels, her sisters disappeared. And so she's been searching for them for, I'd say, nearing a year now,
Wow.
with just like hints of their disappearance coming through her dreams and meditations, but she has yet to make a full connection with her own spirit, her own dream spirit. So we don't know anything about them, their name, or their gender identity. She is she, her, and she's about 5'6", with very pale, like peach skin tone, not orange and nasty, but
Have to
but it's a
clarify that
very
part.
soft, yes, it's a very
Princess
soft
Peach.
peachy,
Yes.
yeah, very very soft peachy tone with like lavender colored eyes and this pale like minty aqua blue long hair that has constant volume coming like all the way up and back and long.
So much good
with-
hair in this party.
Right.
Everybody
yeah.
has great hair.
We look fabulous during a blizzard.
My
It blowing
phone
in that
hasn't
wind,
moved in 8
but it never
years.
seems to get in her face. It's always blowing back.
That's the magic.
And-
That's the magic of your spirit. Just perfect hair
Yeah,
that never
perfect
gets in your
hair.
way.
Yeah,
Dina,
she just
perfect
wakes
hair,
up like
you
that.
are a princess.
Yeah, truly.
That's your secret.
She's just an unknown princess. Yeah, and her garb is very much matching her natural tones. There's like peachy leathers and this like blue colored metal chest plate and shoulder plates with a white Sherpa lining on the inside. It's all very Twilight themed because that is her chosen domain.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you've come now to Icewind Dale after searching a lot of different places, or do you have like some kind of clue that has led you to this frozen wasteland in the north?
I think she's probably felt like a constant chill in her own bones that she feels like is her sisters telling her that like this is what they're constantly feeling. And it's like she's feeling like sympathy, or I don't know what else, how to describe it, but she feels like she's feeling the physical sensations that they've been feeling, and that's what's drawing her to Icewind Dale.
Whew. Very cool. Yeah, and I think with all of that in mind, I think we can even take it a step further and kind of talk about a little bit about what is going on in Icewind Dale. Since all of you have been there for at least a few weeks, you have observed, some of you longer than that. You have observed what has been going on in Icewind Dale. As you can imagine, this is a very inhospitable place. It's sort of like Alaska, where you only get a certain amount of sunlight. In a regular year, it's like 3 months out of the year you have sunlight. Otherwise, it's dark most of the time. But that cycle was consistent, and while the winters were very, very harsh, a summer always came, and the Dale is populated by all kinds of wildlife. Everything from knucklehead trout are like one of the most famous import-exports for this region, because they're these big fish that like flourish in the many lakes of Icewind Dale, and herds of reindeer are all over this place. I mean, the Reggae tribes are able to survive just hunting the amount of caribou and reindeer, and of course all other kinds of interesting monsters and predators. So that was fine. The balance was there. There were these 10 towns populated with small amounts of people, but they made a living there. But in recent years, it has gotten so much worse as this phenomenon that has been come to be known as the everlasting Rime has descended over Icewind Dale. And essentially, the people of Icewind Dale have not seen the sun in well over a year. Because this phenomenon in the sky has started to happen. It's like this constant aurora borealis has descended over Icewind Dale, kind of casting it in this perpetual state of twilight. And this, of course, has thrown nature completely out of balance. I think, Inga, you and your family would have been drastically affected by this, as plant life is struggling to survive. Creatures are starting to die off. Now the predator populations are soaring while the prey populations are dying off because there's no food anymore. There's no sun. Everything is thrown out of balance. And the people contribute this, or they say that this is the fault of Auril. And Auril is a goddess of winter. She is known in the Faerunian pantheon. She's what's known as kind of a lesser deity. So really, in her mythos, her center of power has been isolated just to this region and the frozen north. So she doesn't really exert a lot of influence anywhere else. And the people of Icewind Dale say that this everlasting rime was cast by Auril to punish them, they believe, for some reason. And in reaction to this, the people of 10 Towns have been making sacrifices to Auril. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's sacrifices of warmth. They'll burn bonfires, spend precious resources. Sometimes that means human sacrifices. Each of the 10 Towns has a different way of trying to appease Auril and end this everlasting rime that has descended upon the Dale. So people are in trouble. It is not a good time. Populations are starting to dwindle off. For the first time in centuries, it looks like Icewind Dale is on the verge of total collapse. So that's the situation you all are sort of in. This situation has made the people grumpy, the wilderness harder than usual to survive, and there's this god that needs to be dealt with. But you all are third level adventurers, so there's certainly a lot you could be doing, but with all that in mind, I would love to start kind of drawing connections between all of you. So maybe if you want to talk amongst yourselves, like what it is that you are doing about this problem. Are you ignoring it? Are you chasing down leads? Are you helping people? Like what has been your MOs, I think, and then maybe we can start to weave some crossover.
Veronica's been mostly taking care of the predator population. So when the creatures start to get restless and start coming into town, she will be the one to take up arms and kind of defend the people from the increased number of predators that just keep wandering in looking for something to eat, because lo and behold, if it takes a child, that'll be the end of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, and what's cool about this book too, they have a ton of new beasts in here. So just like looking at some of the problems in Icewind Dale, I'm just gonna read some off the appendix. Here we go. Oh, the beasts are pretty innocuous, but for example, there's a white dragon population in Icewind Dale that's doing very well. As of late, there are ice trolls in Icewind Dale that are, of course, enjoying the increased cold, snatching people. There are Verbeeg, which is a special kind of a smaller, more intelligent giant. So Verbeeg marauders, frequently descend upon 10 Towns, stealing resources. We have all kinds of... Oh, crag cats are a good one. They're like... horrible mountain lions that are way worse and icy. Yetis are a huge problem. The Yeti population has increased tremendously. There's something called a cold light walker, which is when people die in the snow and then they are raised by Auril as these horrible undead to stalk people. There's just no end to the amount of monstrosities that I feel like you are fighting on a day-to-day basis.
Chock-a-block.
I feel that in my bones. People will explain this like, oh no, that's just a person that died. They got up and are now walking towards the village, and the character's like, the what?
And honestly, it has become reality where people know that now. If the sun did go down, there are curfews. Like people are afraid to travel between the towns. There was kind of like an uneasy peace between the 10 Towns, like a rivalry, but now it's gotten worse as resources have dwindled. People have become very isolated from each other and even more insular. So it is, it's not safe to travel the roads anymore, and people are just retreating.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anybody else have any ideas about like what they're doing in this situation? We have a monster hunter, well needed profession.
I think Gob has probably been hanging around, a local tavern, kind of keeping his ear to the ground. Heard a lot of stories that a lot of adventurers meet in taverns, taking odd jobs as a hired strong arm, escorting caravans or the like, and in the off hours trying to make a little bit of coin, doing a little bit of, bare knuckle prize fighting and that sort of thing, and just biding his time until either an adventuring party comes along or somebody with enough gumption decides to take on whatever might be happening out there, and then he'll lend his aid.
Very cool. Do you feel like you kind of would have spent time in a lot of the towns drifting around, or is there like one that you've really set up in?
I think he probably drifted, hanging out in a town until, a merchant needs, some protection on the road, and then wherever they end up, he'll hang out for a while and bounce around,
Okay. Then I think it's probably pretty safe to say you've spent a lot of time in Bryn Shander, which is the largest of the 10 towns. There's no official capital in Icewind Dale, but Bryn Shander is far larger than any of the others. I can actually, the populations are wild how small they are in these towns. So let me go ahead and actually get that up so we can have those numbers here. So we've got Bryn Shander. Okay. Yeah, so this is a population 1,200 people.
Oof.
This is the biggest by far of the 10 towns. So we are talking about small communities of people here. So Bryn Shander is also the best defended town. It's the closest to the entrance to Icewind Dale. So whenever new caravans come in or anybody comes through to visit Icewind Dale, they have to go through the pass basically into Bryn Shander. It is surrounded by a wall, which is remarkable that they have that much protection. So that's probably going to be your best bet for, dealing with merchants who are certainly not interested in traveling any further into Icewind Dale than they have to. So I think that's probably, we'll spend some time to make sure you have some roots, I think, in Bryn Shander. Very cool. All right. So Veronica and Gob, do you think maybe you might have met through that? I mean, how do you get your jobs, Veronica?
Essentially just going out and looking for people in need. I mean, with this few people around, a scream for help is probably heard very easily anywhere you are in town. Like, oh, look, I gotta go. There's a job there.
Very cool. I feel like you probably, I think there are also bounties that get posted in local taverns a lot too. Being like, oh my God, like my uncle's family was ravaged by a Yeti. Go and kill it, please. Or, just these horrible messages constantly up on these boards. So I think Gob and Veronica, that's probably how you crossed paths in one of these taverns.
Seen you from afar,
Keep looking handsome.
You have great hair. I have great hair.
Let's be friends.
All right.
How I make my friends.
Your hair, my hair.
Very cool. Anyone else have sort of an idea about like what they're actively doing that might have pulled them towards these other adventurers?
So, Inga, being so connected to the land and the wildlife and all the denizens that live in Icewind Dale. Yeah, she's definitely she's in her in her late 30s. Like her kids have pretty much grown up and are capable of taking care of themselves, and so she has set it upon herself to go out and figure out what the fuck is going on, because she has her and her people have this very kind of animistic, very sort of natural sort of religion, and the fact that nature, it seems itself to be upset and about the whisperings of Oral, she would definitely see it as there's been some sort of corruption somewhere. There's something has definitely pissed off the spirits of the land, have pissed off the great spirit of Oral, who is besetting this unending winter. And so she would definitely be actively going out and trying to figure out like, where does Oral live? Where is her seat of the power? And that would be following what the land tells her.
Yeah, I think Inga would probably know then. Like, Oral, like the other gods, or I guess unlike the other gods of Faerun, is a being who has a physical form and lives in Icewind Dale. And legends say that she lives on a magical island called Grimskala that is somewhere in the Sea of Moving Ice, but it's magically protected and nobody has ever gone. And, it's like trying to get to Avalon at this point. So, just trying to find anyone who could actually take you there. That is certainly a quest in of itself. But yeah, and I think, as the 10 towns have the greatest amounts of like both heroes and populations, so I can definitely see Inga, approaching these towns, trying to find anyone willing to help. Most people aren't. Most people are real butts in the face of this winter. Don't want to help anyone, especially hate strangers, don't trust anyone. I think it even happens, a lot of these communities are human, and they're very mistrusting of anyone who doesn't look like them. Especially because you resemble, the reindeer, and there's were creatures and like Goliath who live up in the mountains, and people who don't help them, so they don't help them back. I think
exactly.
I think it's been very frustrating. But maybe, I don't know, Gob and Veronica, is this something you might have gotten involved in? Like if Inga came to you for help?
I was going to say that with how Inga looks, someone would just mistake her for another creature and try to hire myself and or Gob to go and take her out.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, if your people don't necessarily come to the 10 towns, they're going to be like, cool, yet another creature that is just blorped into existence to try to murder us.
Yeah, this thing is
Probably
causing an
need to kill it.
upstart.
Let's kill it.
Veronica. She's got great hair.
Right, it's fine. Gosh, she's so pretty. She's one of us.
Oh my God, get her in here.
Definitely, I can see, Veronica being, given a commission to be like, you should check that thing out. Little does she know, like, she like actively helps try to keep wildlife and other individuals from coming in and messing with the towns, because she's just like, trust me, it's not worth it.
It's really not worth it. Yeah, like they will kill and eat anything. Like, just stay away.
Yeah, I think her community has had numerous run-ins with the giants that live in there, and so they're just like, listen, we'll trade. We don't have to talk to the humies.
Don't talk to the humies.
We need to.
The 10 towners.
We don't go there. No, we don't talk to them. It's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, like the larger population. So we're talking like Bryn Shander and like Targos is another, and then East Haven are the three like large 1,200 people towns, compared to like other places like Dugan's Hole, for example, has like a population of like 80 people, and it is a town, it's a hole, like it's a stain upon the earth is this town. But in those three larger settlements, you have a little bit more luck, like finding diversity, people who are more talented, more skilled, more reasonable. So I think that's probably makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if one of these other towns was like, oh my God, this monster. Oh, I love it. So tried to kill each other and then became friends because you all have great hair. I love this.
Yeah.
This is really good. This is why we do session 0, everybody. So for Minerva or Xena, any ideas how we got involved with this crew, or maybe what we were doing, and we can kind of construct something?
I was thinking in my head that to earn some coin while she's traveling, this being such small little villages in this place, from time to time she'll go to like help heal the sick and the elderly, and earn some money there. And I feel like in these nursing home situations, she probably ran into Minnie, like visiting a friend or something like that.
Yes.
And just like loved everything about her and was like, I'm gonna follow you around because I think you're really cool and like I need a motherly figure in my life. So I think she just kind of got really attached to her and through her met everyone else.
Oh my god, I love it. Minnie, does that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when she first got there, before she even met Xena, she was just so used to, she's like, I was here 45 years ago with my husband and we were a dynamic duo, so I'm just gonna walk out there. And just basically found like the weakest opponent, and with her like weak ass wizard ass like just got knocked down. So she's like, I'm gonna go back and maybe we'll regather when I've got some companions now. And then she met Xena on Bunko night, and she's like, all right, let's go back. We can do this now together. Pack the seat heaters. Just rocks. You just put them in a hot thing. We'll get it. Like,
yeah, and I mean, Xena, as soon as people, if you make it known that you are a healer, people welcome you with open arms, because, I mean, the situations here are so bad. People, getting mauled, getting attacked, getting starving because, lakes are starting to freeze over, so it's hard to get fish. People getting sick, not being able to travel to the rest of the towns that might have clerics or healers. Frostbite is a huge problem. So you are welcome wherever you go in 10 towns. People are willing to look over your sort of strange appearance because you can help them. It should also be said, too, like, it is so cold in Icewind Dale that everybody is just dressed, like, head to toe in cold weather gear. So most of the time, you actually can't see much about people. That's why, like, folks like Inga have a really hard time, because you can't cover up, a big reindeer butt. Like, but most people get away with all kinds of strangeness, which also makes humanoid-like monsters just great in Icewind Dale, because, how can you tell a vampire apart from a zombie, apart from whatever, if they're all in these thick parka clothing? So it's just a lot of problems. So we have a dynamic duo with Xena and Minerva. Maybe as a group we can decide. Oh, you have an idea, Minerva, about?
Oh no, I was just dynamic duo.
Yeah. I think, and we can even think bigger, like if these groups were like adventuring for a while, level 1 to 2, and then like at second level or third level, you all got together, maybe you got sent on the same mission, or something. What was that mission that you all kind of collided on?
Oh God.
Everyone's in the wilderness. Of course.
What was that?
I want it to be like one of those humanoid monsters that we needed to exterminate, and we both get there not realizing the other has taken the mission, and we're both doing like that Spider-Man meme where we're like pointing at each other.
It's you. Sure, let's call on some, since we're not doing this first level quest, let's actually do one of the starter quests in the book and say that we...
Oh, cool.
So this already happened off screen. So one of the starting quests here that you can get right off the bat is... Wait, where is it?
Go kill some rats in a basement.
Go kill some rats in a basement.
Go pick some mushrooms from a field.
15 mushrooms.
Oh, yes. So this mission would have been, you would have been hired by a dwarf by the name of Torga Icevein.
Good name.
Yeah, and essentially she has been she has a protection racket that ends her little corn. Yep. No, wait, she's the bad guy. Hang on.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. I'm
her.
lying to you.
I was gonna say with Icy Vein, like that is very,
I was like
big
I was like, this
guy.
is a bad guy name. Like, what is this?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood. It's all just a misunderstanding. Oh, weird. Okay. Well, a different dwarf woman hired you basically there were a series of murders that were happening across 10 towns, and this dwarf had managed to track a pattern of these murders that, like, everywhere these murders occurred, there was a caravan that came through, run by this other dwarven woman named Torga Icewind. And she was like, hey, what's up with that? Like, there's a bunch of people in this crew. Like, I feel like one of them is the murderer. And basically her suspicion fell on a man named Sefik Caldro. So she had told you, like, hey, I think he's the guy. Take him down. So maybe you all had tracked him. You had tracked this down. Of course, he had made a break for it. And at the very final battle, you had found out that this guy wasn't quite a guy. He was actually resurrected by Arl and had a small part of her winter power imbued in him. And he was basically killing people who had escaped the lotteries, the death lotteries that some of the 10 towns have been holding. So I think that fight was probably pretty gnarly. Maybe bound you all together at the very last minute, as this guy had revealed this horrible power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You all took down this guy Caldro together. Very cool. Yeah. This icy assassin. Neat. So that puts us all together as a party. But yeah, I guess maybe if you all want to talk about like what you have shared or your kind of mission statement here, like, are you trying to end the everlasting rhyme? Are you just trying to help people? Like, what's the party goal?
Would love to end it. Personally,
I hate this. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I forget what the sun looks like.
yeah.
I'm very
When it's not
cold.
doing anything for my hair. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just dries your skin out.
If it got back to the grandkids that I ended this endless winter, that would be so cool to go out.
Cool.
Definitely.
The best thing to go out with ever, actually. Yeah, I'm here.
Let me
Nice.
tell you a story about Grandma Minnie.
She did some things. She took down a god.
That
like,
was a whole thing.
but-
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's great. You know, if you all have gone in on this mission, I think, you know, your steps right now, you don't have the tools you need to like be able to even where to start. So I think, you know, the best thing to do is kind of travel around, like, you know, figuring out the people who know things. So whenever you catch wind of like, oh, there's a powerful wizard who, you know, recently visited this town, or like a Goliath trading party recently came through, maybe they know something. I think you all are at the point where you're just trying to follow any lead you can and maybe do some good along the way when we're starting things out. So that's cool. How do we all feel about that? Feeling like
I like it.
It's a pretty good party, realistically. You've got Xena healing people, me and Gob going out, taking out the creatures. Minnie's just going to take care of the kids and bake cookies. It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Everyone's
they'll
taken care of.
I brought my own nurse with me for the mission.
Oh, no.
We became good friends when she helped me with my hip dislocation.
Oh, no.
I love this.
She slipped on some ice.
Okay,
That's
we're suing.
everywhere.
We're
Yeah.
suing for
There's-
money for the funeral, but it's fine.
There's ice everywhere. Oh
Everywhere.
my god. Oh wow, this is super fun. Very cool. All right, so I guess with that, let's do some secrets, shall we?
Ooh.
Yes, please.
I'm ready.
Oh my god, secrets! So what is very cool about Icewind Dale is that there's like a deck of like 20 secrets that they have included. And they suggest, you know, if your party does want to play with these secrets, which I think we do because they're all very cool. Basically what we're going to do is each of you is going to like draw one of these secret cards. You'll get to read the card. And if you hate it, you can draw another card until you get one that you're happy with. Some of the secrets are really benign. Some of them are quite deadly or strange or give you weird powers. They're really all over the map. So we all on board? You don't have to do a secret if you don't want to also.
I'm really sad with this group and everyone having great hair. There should be a secret that just says, shh, it's actually a wig.
It's
Oh.
But we
It's a
brag like
toupee the
it's
whole
not.
time.
And it's not the one you think it is.
Right.
It's not a real beard.
That's why her hair's so big. It's full of secrets.
It's full of
It's secret, so no.
Okay. Oh my god. All right. Let me get the. Okay. Secrets. All right. Who wants to go first? I think we all should take off our headphones one at a time, so you don't know what the secret is. But who's going
I'll go
first,
first.
though? Okay.
I'll let you roll, Celeste.
Okay.
I'm gonna take them off now.
All right. Okay. So Gob's secret. Let me go ahead and. Oh no! I need to get a dice. Of course.
Got y'all. You don't know.
And she's gone. Just forever.
That's the secret.
Okay. And we're rolling. Okay. Oh boy.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Slad host. A red slad implanted a pellet-sized egg in me shortly before I started my adventuring career. If I can't get rid of it in the next 2 months, the egg will gestate inside me and a slad tadpole will burst from my chest, killing me. It will then quickly grow into an adult slad and kill even more people.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's probably the worst one.
It happens, though.
Okay, you want that to be your secret?
Sure, yeah. If that's what the fates have in store,
Yep.
I'm ready. Oh, boy.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, well, good. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Who's gonna go? Yeah. Wow, that's a time. Who's gonna go next?
I will.
Okay. All right, everybody, headphones down, headphones down. Okay, let me roll.
I feel like heads up, 7-Up from school. Like, everybody put your heads down. It's fine.
50, 67. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, let's see. 15. Okay. So here, first secret is runaway author. I penned a notorious expose called The Hellbent Highborn, which accused several prominent patriarchs in Baldur's Gate and nobles of Waterdeep of being devil worshippers. Although my accusations were well-founded, I made a lot of enemies and was forced to seek refuge in Icewind Dale.
I love it so much.
Okay. Good. Oh my god, so you're on the run, runaway author. Like you were like, justice. And then,
Yes.
very cool. So you have a bunch of nobles after you.
Ooh, even better. Let's go.
Fun. Okay, very cool. All right, that is your secret. Everybody, thumbs up. Okay. All right, who wants to go next for these juicy secrets?
I'll go.
I'll go.
In
Oh.
unison.
In unison.
Share a secret.
So let's do Katie and then Sage and then Nassim. Okay. So Katie, keep your headphones on. Headphones off. Okay. Here. Now I've got a 1, 2, 3. I should have just cut this out, but I never cut things out of books because I'm afraid.
I could never.
2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit. All right, this is an interesting one. I don't think, no, you know what? This doesn't work with your backstory.
Okay.
I'm going to reroll this. Okay.
I feel like I'm gambling at the tables.
Yeah, truly. Okay. What the heck? Okay, all right, here it is. Old Flame. I have a lover in 10 Towns whom I haven't seen in years. At any time outside of combat, I can decide who the lover is by choosing an NPC in 10 Towns that I can see. Once I make this choice, I can't change it. This old flame is friendly and helpful towards me, even if our past is checkered.
I'm sorry, Biddy. I can't change who I was before you.
Oh my god, or maybe you had a fight, you were separated for like a year. Oh my god.
I mean, when you're in Icewind Dale, you get testy.
You get testy. Oh my god. So are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I love that you get to point at an NPC and be like, you.
What's the symbol? Caca!
Ah! Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, that's your secret. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh my god, those were so many facial expressions. I have
I
to
know,
know.
No,
man.
you
No,
can't.
everyone's just like, oh my god, this is right here.
This is so good. Oh my god. Fuck yes. All right, let's roll. We're going to roll for sages. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that one doesn't really. Here we go. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay. Orc Stone. I saved the life of an orc who gave me a stone with the symbol of the Many Arrows tribe, a humanoid skull pierced by 3 arrows carved into it. The stone is an uncommon magic item that requires attunement, and only I can attune to it. As an action, I can use the stone to summon the spirit of an orc warrior, which appears within 30 feet of me. The spirit uses the Orc War Chief stat block in the monster manual and disappears after 10 minutes. Or when reduced to 0 hit points. The spirit understands any language I speak and obeys my commands. After the stone is used 3 times, it turns to dust.
Interesting.
You into keeping that one?
Cool. Yeah.
Wow, so you have
That's
like
definitely on brand for her.
war chief that you can summon. That's very
It's called
cool.
an Orc Stone?
An Orc Stone, yeah. Orc Stone is the secret.
Okay. I
Wow.
will add that to my inventory.
Very cool. All right. Okay.
Alright.
Thumbs up. Okay, so now it's just Nassim left. Yep.
Yup.
Okay. Woo. All right. This is fun. Whoa. Okay. I'm just reading the rest of these now. Like, these are all wild. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2.
Give me the worst one.
Give me the worst one. No. Okay. Here we go. Midwinter Child. Arl the Frostmaiden has blessed me, for I was born on the midwinter holiday. I have resistance to cold damage.
Ooh, amazing.
Short and sweet, but also, like, if she blessed you, that's weird. That's cool.
Yeah. I already got an in with her.
I guess. Don't tell anyone else. Whoops. Okay.
It's amazing.
Sweet.
It's probably the best one.
I know it's
actually.
probably the best one actually for this campaign. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody but come back. We're all back. We all have secrets. Yes. So these
What'd you guys get?
Right, what's your secret?
So these secrets are, of course, yours to keep, yours to tell if you would like, or to not tell. Over the course of this game. Some of these might come out. I don't know. But now we all have very cool secrets.
Cool.
Super.
I'm excited.
Yeah, these are wild. Here,
I just
let me
feel like I have no idea what anybody else's could be just based on what you said and what I got. Like I'm just
Yeah.
I feel like they're probably all over the place, but that makes them like way more fun for everyone.
Yeah, well, here's
Yeah.
we can do a couple that like we didn't get.
Oh, cool.
There's one that's Ragged Air. I am the offspring of Queen Bjornhold. I'm not even gonna say that name. Leader of the Tiger Tribe. My mother cast me into the Sea of Moving Ice when I was a young child as a sacrifice to Arl. A polar bear pulled me from the water and spared me a freezing death. This bear then transformed into a Goliath who bore me safely to 10 Towns. I remember the Goliath's name, but I haven't seen her since. I owe her my life, just as I owe my mother a merciless death.
holy shit, that's
Whoa.
Wow.
I was
Okay.
out of control. Like it was not predicting that went that way.
Yeah, okay,
That's
I
a
feel
novel.
I feel
Yeah.
like you have to do these before you come up with any backstory, because like fuck,
Yeah.
that's a whole backstory right there.
Right
Whoa.
there.
my
Human
character's
bookkeeper.
done. Like
Yeah, I rolled that with someone, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense with the backstory.
was that mine?
Yes,
I'd be
I rolled that one
part
for
tiger.
you.
That sounds amazing, actually.
There's also one that's called Littlest Yeti, and it's I was raised by a Yeti. Although I relied on my ferocious guardians for food and warmth and never quite adapted to the cold, I speak Yeti and have an advantage on charisma checks made to influence Yeti and improve their attitudes.
Oh my god, I totally
That's
want
rad.
that one. That's
That's
so
so
adorable.
know.
What does Yeti sound like? Is it like Wookiee?
I imagine, yeah, it's all
Right.
Chewbacca for sure. Wow, these are good.
Cool. Super cool.
I want just that chart. Like, I would use
Appendix
that all the time.
B, baby.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, very cool. So we have secrets. We know who we're going to be playing. We know how we're all connected. Excellent. Is there anything else you all wanted to talk about or cover for session 0?
Where are we gonna be starting out?
Yeah, I
session 1?
think now that I know kind of what your stories are, I'm going to choose one of the 10 towns that you're going to start in. And basically, we're going to do each 10 town has a quest associated with it at that beginning. So I think we're probably going to start with one of those quests and then go up from there into the rest of the module pretty fast and intensely. I guess I should say, because Sage did bring up lines and veils for this game, we will be putting together sheets with lines and veils. Safety is definitely a big concern with this game since it is a horror-themed campaign. There are a lot of things that do come up in this. I mean, The Thing, for example, is very much an inspiration for this adventure.
Ooh.
So body horror is going to be a big thing. Themes of isolation, people freezing to death, claustrophobia, things like that are definitely built into this module. So we are going to be taking a lot of steps to make sure that all of our cast members feel safe, and we're going to be putting content warnings at the beginning of each episode. So yeah, that is something to be aware of. So even though this party sounds like a real good time party, we're going to be up against some pretty scary shit in this game. So we will make sure that everybody fills those out, lines and veils, and we have a X and O system, and it'll all be okay there. But yeah, I think with that, I mean, I think we've covered it. I think we did session 0. Oh my gosh, we never did the dice giveaway. Shit. Okay.
Oh,
Hey everybody, we're gonna
We were too
open up
into
a
it.
dice giveaway
Enter and
right
win.
now. Enter to win these
Sweet
blue and
Jesus.
silver beauties. Sage,
right.
why don't you tell us what is the code word?
It is !Ice Queen.
Ice Queen!
Ice Queen!
Oral, Ice Queen! So go ahead, type in ! Ice Queen in the chat to enter to win. And we'll pull that name at the very, very end. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game. Like I said before, it's going to be 10 episodes, and we are going to be playing on alternating Wednesdays. So that means whenever we're not doing the main campaign, we're doing this. Whenever we're doing this, we're doing the main campaign next week. So that means
Awesome.
every single Wednesday, you can tune in and get some good Venture Maidens content. So this crew will be back on the 16th, officially starting off this adventure, which is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to run you through some of the horrors that I made with this game.
I'm so scared after we did that one shot.
Yeah, yeah. It's a delight. It's a sheer delight. So I will say some of the new monsters in this book are, oh, they're great. They're great and they're very scary. And we're gonna come up against some of those, so that's gonna be great. I will also say all of these episodes are going to be posted onto our YouTube channel, so if you have anyone you know would be interested in watching a Rime of the Frostmaiden playthrough, definitely let them know. And please do, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Make sure to follow us on social media, especially Twitter at Venture Maidens, for all the fun updates to hear more about what we're doing and what we're up to. And, oh yes, in terms of podcast, these episodes will be launched as a podcast on our Maiden feed after our first campaign ends for Venture Maidens. These are the episodes that are going to go in that break spot. So this will be available in podcast form, but not for quite a while. So, make sure to catch up on YouTube and all of that. And I think that's pretty much it. Everybody make sure to enter, because we're about to pull it. Oh, no, Ice Queen.
Oh, many Ice Queen.
Ice Queen.
Yeah.
I want some ice cream.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Excuse
Oh,
me.
no, not Mike Tyson. Not
Oh,
Ice Queen.
no. Oh, no,
Not that
everybody.
voice. I'll go ahead and get the one. That's it.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pull the winner of that set of super awesome dice. Are you all ready? Who's going to win these beautiful glacial boys?
Profekar.
Profekar! Let us know in
Well
chat that
done.
you're here.
Claim them.
Yay, we have a claim. Yay,
All
congratulations.
right. Congrats.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's go around real quick and say who we are and our character names. Hi, I'm Celeste Conwich. I will have been your dungeon master. Oh my gosh, we have to do the order. I guess let's go alphabetically. So, J.K.
First name.
LMNOP.
Yeah, yes. So, Joe.
I'm Joe. I'm playing your North fighter, Gob Herkenstone. And you can find me on Twitter at RPG_dice, DYCE, for all your sharp edge, beautiful dice sets. RPGdice.com.
Hell yeah. And then it's Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. You can find me here every Wednesday on Twitter at lazy_mermaiden. And I am going to be playing the young at heart, Minerva Tinkerbobble. I lost my mind years ago and my marbles. Your human wizard.
Oh my god.
I'm going to be a mess. Good luck, guys.
Oh.
It's going to be so much fun. Like, I cast this spell. Okay, Grandma, let's get you back to bed.
Okay, Grandma. And then that's Nassim.
Yeah, I'm Nassim, and if you want to see posts about my cat, follow me on social media at Nazgul. And
That's good marketing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Followed.
Done.
Then you can also find me now every Wednesday as well on the Venture Maidens channel and on the Roll20 Twitch channel playing Burn Bright with Celeste.
Yes. And Sage.
Oh, I think you
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sage. You can find me at Staff of Sage on all the social medias. I don't have anything going on right now. If you will become a patron on the Venture Maidens Patreon feed, every 2 weeks since we closed the first season of The Rising Hunger, I release an edited podcast version for you all to listen to. So make sure to subscribe at just $1 a month will get you access to that sweet edited audio, a whole new campaign to listen to. And that campaign will pick back up in January, but in a couple weeks on December 18th, we'll be doing a little holiday special with the crew. So stay tuned for a spoopy Festivus.
Yeah.
And yes, if you want to commission me to run a game for you, you can do that on Ko-fi as well.
Hell yes. And Vincent.
Last but not least, I'm Vincent. I'm the new person here playing Miss Veronica, if you're nasty. I'm so happy to hang out with everyone and, play some D&D.
Yeah.
Just in time for the winter season. Bring on that Icewind Dale.
We're ready. Winter is here. Yes. And of course, if you, for whatever reason, want to keep up with me, follow me on Twitter at @cconowich. You can learn all the things I'm writing, publishing, making, streaming, producing, etc. Thank you all so much for being here. Please do, once again, make sure to follow the channel. Make sure to tell your friends that we are doing this show. Check it out. And until next time, oh my gosh, we have to come up with a...
Cold outside. No, I don't.
Ice.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
No.
Absolutely
Stay frosty.
not.
Stay frosty. Yep.
Ooh,
There it
I
is.
like
Okay,
it.
so
There we
until
go.
next time, stay
Stay
frosty.
frosty.
We're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good next time. All right.
Coordination.
Bye-bye,
Oh, yeah, we'll
everybody.
do it.
100%.